I've watched whatever this cat is doing with these chairs and this table like 20 times, and I'm still amused.
My favorite is when he gets to the left side and his eyes are glowing. Demon
Yeah.
cat for a second.
So, okay, I had a question to ask here, boss.
Yes.
Okay. Druids can't wear armor that's made from metal, right?
As far as I know, yeah, there's probably
But
some.
they are medium armor proficient.
Yeah.
Wait, they can't wear armor that's made from metal?
No, they can't.
Oh.
I had
They
no
can't.
idea.
Yeah, druids cannot wear armor that is made from metal. But would I be able to make her some better armor from, say, some wood or stone?
I'm sure you would.
Because it doesn't really, there's no ruling for it. That's why I'm just asking the DM.
I'm trying to think if there's a better choice of material.
No, well, like dragon's hide, dragon scales.
Dragon scales.
I'm assuming dragon scales would make amazing medium armor.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in the meantime, in the interim, because we currently don't have any skinned dragons.
Right. No, there aren't any skinned dragons. Let's see what the internet says. How about some good choices for...
Or like chitin, you know what I mean?
For
that would work as well.
Armor. A druid typically wears leather, studded, or hide. How can I get better druid armor?
Spoodlet made out of...
Huh? It's like a insect kind of like hide sort of thing. It's not really like a hide, but like a carapace kind of a thing.
Yeah, like a turtle shell or like a crab shell or, giant insects, the shell from them that is probably pretty damn tough.
Yeah, I could probably go kill a bullet.
If not, we're down to
Level 9 now.
rules. Armor, scale mail.
Yeah, that's why I was saying dragon scales. Because pretty much the same thing. It's just made out of a different material. Because they used to have a spell that was called Ironwood. And it would make wood the same hardness as iron, but they've removed it from the druid spell list. That's literally all it did, is just made so you could put them in wooden armor, and then they'd cast this on it. It would become the same hardness and toughness as iron. Great. And that's how they would make their weapons. That's how they would make their armor back in the day.
Granite breastplate weighs 3 times more than metal, and it costs 300 gold and has disadvantage on stealth test. Shell full plate armor is 2,000 gold. It weighs 50 pounds, and it has to be regularly treated with plesiosaurus mucus. Diamond full plate armor is priceless, gives immunity to critical hits and resistance to physical non-magic damage. Hide from Sahuagins gives advantage for underwater stealth tests. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's just a lot of creatures in D&D that already have natural armor of some kind. So that's why I was just asking.
Druids are inherently unarmored due to their ability to use wild shape, which does well with mitigating damage. When you transform, you assume the beast's hit points and hit dice.
Yeah, that's usually their go-to if they have to soak damage, is they use their wild shapes.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering, because when I played, I was playing Bubbles last session, and I was looking at her AC and went, well, Stone Skin's not going to work because it's already 16. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If druids generally need higher armor class than clerics, they generally have lower. Wisdom 16 and Dex 14 is common, which means armor class 16 for a cleric and armor class 14 for a druid. Later, when you have money, cleric can buy higher AC, but the druid cannot.
Right. And they have things like Barkskin or early game that can set it to 16 no matter what. Like, so even if you cast Barkskin on yourself wild shape, it's still Barkskin still affects that wild shape. But it's also a concentration deal, which is absolutely horrendous for any AC thing.
Honestly, I mean, I don't mind putting Ironwood back into the game either. I mean, we could just put a house ruled Ironwood into the spell list.
Yeah, because it was just a druid spell that would, like you said, if you made something out of wood, it would, because that's how they made their swords. That's how they made their weapons. Because in older editions, they're proficient now with scimitars, which I think is one of the few metal things that they're capable of using. The sickle, the scimitar, things like that. But back in the day, they were proficient with like longsword, but they couldn't use metal. You know what I mean?
It was only natural weapons. Or, well, not natural, but I mean, that sounds like it's claws and teeth. It was like, like clubs or staffs or whatever, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, they were proficient with martial weapons, but they couldn't use a lot of them. So they had
made of metal.
so you get like a wooden practice sword, put an edge on that shit, and cast Ironwood on it. Poof! Now it was a longsword. So yeah, that's just why I was asking.
I'm glad I looked at that a little closer. I hope you guys didn't pop that open yet. You probably didn't. You probably didn't even notice it was on your list. I just got a quick edit to make. And since Gayer is with us today, I think Gayer is going to be the one who has this vision. So,
okay.
When you take a long rest, you will see a dark sword made of some kind of material that seems to shine with starlight inside it. And the sword is called Black Razor. Black Razor is hidden somewhere in White Peak Mountain in the dungeon. It shines like a piece of the night sky filled with stars. It is a +3 sword that gives you advantage when attacking red dragons. Any red dragon hit with Black Razor returns hit points to its wielder. The amount of hit points the wielder gets back is half the damage dealt by Black Razor. When you hold this weapon, you are aware of the presence of any draconic creature within 60 feet. And so on. Black Razor is an intelligent weapon, and you get the feeling that it is trying to contact you.
Okay. So did Bubbles tell us about... She had a similar vision about Wave, right?
Yes, she did.
Did she tell us about it?
I don't remember really, actually, if she did or not.
Bubbles,
Can't remember.
Told us?
Yeah, probably.
Then I'll definitely, since I've had the similar thing, I'm going to share it with the rest of the party. Did I get any indication on where it might be calling you to, or?
Just it's in White Peak Mountain, and it is hungry for Tezunth's hide.
Hungry for Tezunth's soul.
This actually brings up a good point. So do we know this dragon's name at this point?
Yes, you do.
Okay, and do we know, I don't know if we would have knowledge of, dragons in general, but do we know, is it, an adult? Is it an ancient?
You're not really sure, but she's a big girl.
Okay.
That you're not really sure of, but she's definitely a big girl.
I'm not sure if any of these villages that we've been going through would have libraries or not, but it's definitely something Shu and I would want to investigate to see if we can find, any lore or legends about, is it Tezun?
Yes.
I'm not sure. So we're currently in Bellamy?
Yep, the Lord's Keep was in Bellamy, and you were able to lift his curse, and you were able to make him your ally. So, and I had him give you a few things. I also had him replenish your rations.
Nice.
And you are at 30 days rations now.
Would we be able to see if there's a library in the fortress or in the town?
Well, there's good news and there's bad news.
Okay.
So the bad news is that Lord Cavius was a terrible person while he was cursed.
And he burned all the books.
No, the good news is he did not burn all the books. He stole them all, took them away from the people, and they are all conveniently located at one central location in his keep. So you can head down to the library. The bad news after that is that most of the librarians and sages are dead or have fled. So you're kind of on your own with going through the lore that's there.
Okay. And
meanwhile, Lord Cavius is going to go about cleaning up the mess, the evil that plagues his land needs to be purged.
Okay, can we maybe spend some time in the library looking to see if we can find anything?
100%, yeah, definitely.
Help if I can.
I was going to say, if you want to give me access to Shu's character sheet, I can play him for tonight.
And you're going to have to remove my access from Bubbles.
Yeah, we still have access to Bubbles and Aurora.
Okay.
Just to clarify, we're all level 9, correct?
You have 50,000. The XP number is correct, and I keep looking at the wrong. You have 50,523 experience. If you type that into your experience points,
it'll put you to level 9.
It'll put you at the correct level. And I keep looking over a column or something, my eyes will drift down or a column or something. I don't know what's happening, but I keep screwing it up anyway.
It looks like Shu's still level 8.
Oh, yeah, he probably, because the level would have happened between last session and today.
I know he did it on D&D Beyond, and so I don't know what he added. I can text him and find out, actually, and see if he wants me to do it.
I'm going to put not Lord Bubbles. I'm going to put Aurora in the retired characters. I'm still kind of hoping she'll come back if she gets the chance, but we'll see.
Ooh. She's definitely at Keg, right?
If that's, we'll have her retire at Keg.
She's just doing extended training.
That's good.
Yeah, there we go. That way if she does come back, her dex will be better.
So, at the library, you will find, gosh, I don't know, volumes and volumes. All the collected lore from a few towns have been brought into this location.
Okay. You want us to roll some kind of check, investigation, or intelligence, or...
Okay, we saw this thing leaving town, though, right?
The townspeople saw it.
Oh, okay.
You came into this mess of people that were panicking and frightened, running around, and just very confused and frightened, by the whole thing. So
okay. I take it there's not a temple here in town or a church of any kind.
no, those have been kind of chased out or destroyed.
Okay.
At the moment,
not a big deal.
That's another thing that's also going to change, but right now, no.
Right. Well, I had to ask because I have an idea on how to take a look for this bitch. Because if she's out in the open, because I have like secondhand knowledge of her, you know what I mean. I haven't been present in her anything like that, but I am capable of scrying at this point.
Is it just Shu and I that would have been her presence when she came early on? That would have been before Bubbles as well, right?
I think that was before Bubbles. Did you ever encounter Tazunth when they were feeding the horses to her to get rid of her?
No.
Okay.
I think I saw her in the distance or something, or maybe not.
She did a flyby at this village. She just
Is that enough? Enough for a scry?
Could be, yeah.
Hey. Let's both scry her, see if one of us gets it.
Well, let's see if we can find a book that has like a likeness or a picture of her.
Good idea.
That's going to help. And having secondhand knowledge, that should negate some of that because there is a save versus it if they know somehow that we're doing it. Which I don't think she would, but having the knowledge would definitely help. The problem is the material components for that. We would need like a crystal ball, a silver mirror, a font full of holy water that's worth like 1,000 gold. Like it's not a cheap. That's why I was asking if there was a temple or something, because odds are in a temple there would be a font filled with holy water. You know what I mean?
I don't know if this would help or not, but I know DM said that I could make holy water regularly.
Yeah, we're looking at like 1,000 gold pieces worth, though. Ceremony can do it too. A third level, like I could do 3 vials of it a day. It's just the you still have to have the 25 gold silver pieces worth of silver dust per vial, and we're looking at least 1,000 gold pieces or a font that's worth at least 1,000 gold pieces filled with holy water in order to even scry, or a crystal ball that's
Does it consume it?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Well, according to his rules, though, it would consume it because if a spell has components, it's consumed. According to his house rules.
Ball, I wonder.
Not all of them, but
okay.
Many, many more of them than by the book.
Right. No, that's fine.
Well, let's see if we can find any books first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's look for books.
What do you want us to roll?
I'm going to locate object with anything that has its name in it.
Good call.
Can you pop locate object into the chat?
Sure, 1 second.
I double checked the spell component thing, and for scrying it will not consume it.
I'm literally looking for any book containing the word Tazunth.
Yep. Scrying does not consume the spell component.
Okay. Yeah, that's a really expensive spell component to be consumed. But it is a 5th level spell slot that we can both cast, so. I'm assuming a forked twig would not be a big deal. You just kind of snap one off a tree somewhere.
No, that's not a big deal. I am not concerned about finding a forked twig.
I know.
It's almost like they could have just left that one out, really. But
yeah,
I guess it gives you a little bit of story flavor. You know, that's okay.
Right.
Okay, well, you're gonna get. Give me just a moment. You're gonna get a few pings here.
Okay.
Let me just prep something real quick here. I was gonna throw this up, and I thought it was already up, and it's not. So let me find. Okay. Sorry, bear with me. This takes forever. Oh, ouch.
That sucks.
That sucks.
I'm a chicken.
He told me to take a point in sort. He rolled for it.
Sorlock. Oh, shoot.
Or is it a Warcerer?
I don't know. I like Warcerer better, I think.
Yeah, I like that one too, because it's like worse right in the middle of it.
Okay, this is taking a little longer than I thought it would because the export's being weird with me.
Oh, hey, I recognize this place from another campaign.
2210 by 1925.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize they were modular like that when you did these huge-ass maps. That explains a tremendous amount. That's awesome.
Yeah, I have to cut them up into smaller pieces because Roll20 doesn't do so well with one huge image.
No, it doesn't.
It'll kind of like...
Yeah, it gets all foggy and takes forever to render in. And
Exactly.
Hey, look, there's Yongbo.
Oh, yeah, they are at the bottom, aren't they?
I'm like, hey, look, there's Yongbo.
Ignore that.
That was my monk.
Just ignore that.
I was like, I see Erkin and Bro.
Now it probably just went black. I gotta turn off Fog of War because we don't need it. There we go. And one final piece. It's gonna be, I think, 3. And you guys can enter here at the bottom, at the south side. Okay, don't let me ping or anything. That's fine. Yep, just ignore my clicks. Hey, there it goes. Okay. This is what happens when you think you're prepared. Oop. Okay, so I'm going to mark some spots off. The duration is 10 minutes. So okay, this doesn't actually find multiple objects.
No, it'll find one of them.
Anything with the word Tezunt in it. Okay, so it's going to probably take you to the one that's closest then, presumably.
Yep.
And that's going to be right here.
That still saves a lot of like going through bookshelves. That was just my thoughts on that.
And for the purposes of this map, as far as I'm concerned, you guys can just walk through the walls and stuff. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You don't have to really worry about the doors or anything like
that. What is the name of this book, good sir?
That is something that is written in a dead language, and it is during or pre-dark times.
Okay, well, I can't help with that, but there's the book. Anybody know how to read dead languages?
I don't. I'm looking through shoe stuff.
Does anybody have comprehend languages?
Clerics do not. Only bards, sorcerers, warlocks, and wizards have access to it.
Okay.
And none of those have malleable spell lists, so...
You can always hang on to it until you get to a place where somebody can cast comprehend languages.
Okay.
He has a spell that has, like, no words for it.
That was probably just a hiccup. He probably just, got a little off kilter with the clicking.
Do we search for more books that maybe we can read?
Yeah, and somebody put that in your inventory, so you've got an inventory of books.
I'll chuck it in mine for right now.
Okay. I can keep the group loot open if you want to use the group loot, but anyway.
Oh, I don't mind carrying it. I can put it on. I'll just put it on there as so everybody has access to it. But I'll just put it on my sheet because I'm going to assume a book is fairly negligible in weight, so maybe a half a pound tops, depending on how. I mean, if it's huge, leather bound, metal bindings and shit, it might weigh more. But
should we do an investigation check just to kind of spend some time looking through?
Yeah.
The shoe would probably assist Bubbles on that. If you want to roll at advantage, Bubbles.
Cool. I'm
we'll
gonna
chuck a guidance on you too.
Oh, I have guidance.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna wander over here and cast locate object again with Tazunth as the.
Oh, okay.
Try at different rooms.
Could we look through that book and see if there's any pictures of Tazunth that we already found as well? Part of it is wanting to find a picture.
The first book has some illuminations. Do you know what that means? It's style of bookmaking that has, like if you've ever seen a medieval book, or pictures of one, they have like embellishments like gold trim and embossments and stuff, and the first letter of the chapter is very fancily drawn, and it has some illustrations, but there is no illustration of Tazunth in it. Just mainly some people that you don't seem to really recognize. Presumably, if it's in a language that old, then whoever these people are probably long gone.
Can I see if I see anything in there about a sword or a picture of the sword that I saw?
No, there's nothing on that.
Okay.
Player has knowledge. Character does not.
Oh, I never opened the thing.
I'm sure our DM was well prepared for us wanting to find books on this shit.
I didn't know that was the direction you were going to go.
Study.
But, it's fine. Whatever. I'll figure it out. Maybe a little sluggishly, but I'll figure it out.
All good. Take your time.
Okay, that's nothing I need. So there is a book being illuminated right there. Oops. Drawing with the mouse really sucks.
Okay.
So you have found a history of the town of Lentless.
Okay.
And give me just a moment to get this. It's got one piece on one part of it is a letter to Tazunth.
Is it in common?
Yes. It says, "Good dragon, I am aware that you too must survive the harsh winters of the area. But must you do so by ensuring that our village cannot? We beg of you, please leave us. Please leave us some of our stock and our possessions for the winter. We will send monthly, even weekly envoys to you with generous share of cattle and gold. But please, please, please spare our village and our villagers. Indeed, we are willing to do nearly anything. We can raid other villages nearby if our tithe is too small. We have heard of draconic tastes for young maidens, and if you so desire, we can even attempt to acquire those for you. We are desperate in our bid for survival, and we will do anything if you will spare us your hand. Yours in body and mind, Fellark Griston, Mayor, Town of Lentless.
Do we know when this was written? Is there any dates in the book or anything?
There is no indication of when it was written.
Could we maybe ask, I don't remember the fucker's name.
Lentless, huh?
It was very detailed for pulling that out of nowhere. Maybe it came from somewhere. I don't know.
Cavius? Would Cavius know anything about this town?
Would I know anything about this town?
Nice roll.
Not much.
0.
Let's see. It's just another one of the nearby villages, so a little bit further away from where you're at, maybe a day northeast or so, but part of Tezunth's territory. So, nothing real special to say about it. It's just a little village trying to make it in the mountains with hungry red dragon bugging everybody.
Okay, well, we've got a better indication of which way to go, but we still gotta go talk to the old witch lady.
Can we also maybe search for books that would mention Wave or is it Black Razor?
Oh, Black Razor.
You read my mind.
Black Razor.
Oops, wrong place. Gotta go back to where...
You lucky bastard.
If you don't want to burn another spell slot, we can just kind of search.
There's nothing. There won't be really any problem with you like resting here if you use up all your spells. It's not going to hurt you to rest here.
Yeah.
If you want to. It's a completely,
We've sort of saved the village at this point. I'm sure that he's got a spare room for us. Type deal, right?
Oh yeah. Or you can sleep pretty comfortably just in the library, really.
Well, I can look for 9 more
in the middle of blizzards, on the rock-hard ground in the middle of battlefields. I think that this will be comfortable.
Did you say 9 more books?
I can cast it 9 more times, and then Vasily, I'm sure, can do more. If I keep up casting it.
Yeah. Oh, hey, cool. There's the letter.
That's the letter,
yeah, I can cast. A lot of times. About 10 more times.
Okay. So let's
and
just
then I can actually restore spell slots as well using my channel divinity, then harness divinity, and then short rest. Do it again. So, like 13 more times.
We're finding all the books on Tezunth and all the books on those weapons. Then let's go.
And for ease, you can just say, but I definitely don't expect detailed books.
For sure.
That's a lot.
Okay.
If
Well, walking from
room
room to room, opening various tomes, and see the trick is it'll put the one that's nearest to you. So you gotta figure out a way to make sure that I guess you could.
Well, the books that we
just
find
fan
will
out
run them outside. The books that we already find will run them outside or something, so that way they won't reprocess.
Yeah, take them.
That's a good idea.
It will be
can't you summon your mount and put it in a pocket dimension like a familiar?
Yes, actually, I could do that.
Well, anything that they're carrying goes with them, so
yeah, I'll do that.
Just blink, 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 so it's not even on the same plane of existence.
I I don't think locate object can see into other planes of existence.
No, it's just 1,000 feet. So that's why I was saying, like, we've got 2 people that can summon mounts and find familiar, and I know it's literally when you dismiss them to the pocket dimension, it doesn't end the spell because you just pull them back and forth, and they just take everything they're being carried with them.
Yeah, so I'll put a bag around my elk's horns or the head or something, and we'll place books in there as we find them, so we don't.
I'm assuming your saddle has saddlebags on it, brother.
Probably. I don't know if it really has a saddle yet. I've never really placed one on it.
Okay, well, these are going to be a little slow in coming. I didn't think this was what we were going to be doing today, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these up one at a time, and you guys can volunteer amongst yourselves to read them as you get them, and I'll pop them open as I put them up. So,
okay.
The first one, forthwith.
Sorry for being difficult, DM.
It's not difficult. I just this isn't the part of the adventure that I prepared for.
Yeah, I was just kind of expecting, like, you find no information, or you find one piece of information. Just, that's it. But Tail's cool.
It's not it's not hard, it's just time consuming, and I don't want it to be tedious for you guys. So, there's a piece. You can just
Latin.
These are pieces that you find in the books, so...
Oh, dear God, I can't read that. It's so small. There we go.
A large dragon
it'll
has
zoom
been
in.
spotted in the area. As usual, we are interested in the lair and its treasures. You will be given the usual 10% fee for scouting and mapping the lair, as well as a cut of the magical items. Remember, no matter what you do, do not engage the dragon. We will meet you on the 4th day, after high moon, in the inn of the Spitting Cockatrice, in the town of Lakeways. You will receive 1,000 gold for your efforts to date. Our thanks. Viganar Thorson, I think it says? The Warriors of Winter.
Warriors of Winter, huh? That sounds like something I might be able to recognize from that.
Great, now we're making
the Warriors of Winter are you've probably already heard of them at this point. Like, the Warriors of Winter are a local mercenary band that are...
Yeah, I'm just trying to narrow down location. That's all that is.
They're fairly successful in the area. Yeah, the location is pretty much like this. This is pretty much their region. So
I didn't see the ping. I'm scrolling back out.
I didn't ping anywhere. It's the this map is pretty much their region. So
okay.
But there is still a cave bear over here with glowing hearts on it.
Yes.
And that's...
Hi, glowy heart cave bear.
That's fun.
Would Vasily know if this person who wrote this letter is the leader of that group?
I don't think so with that role. He's kind of just, becoming familiar with the local people.
I guess he's not from here, is he?
No,
I'm not from here. It's the thing is when you run in those circles, you've heard of other factions.
Yeah, he picks up on this stuff pretty fast.
I gotcha.
I figure whether you've heard of it or not, you probably you've been in this region at least a couple of months. You probably are figuring out.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what he was doing for to maintain his living fees too. Is just security at a bar here, or standard mercenary work, fucking going with trading caravans and just keeping an eye on him as a guard. So that's what he that's his trade. So. Yep, that's fine. Like I said, I was just trying to narrow down the area. So yeah, I just relay the information. Local Merc Guild. I like everything that is on that map. Angry thing trying to eat us. Lots of shiny stuff. What appears to be a dungeon. I read that one out loud.
Yes.
Couldn't have done it without you. It's important we had him here, guys. I mean, in fairness, he probably found this with a spell, but still. Very good, Watson.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I had to put on my glasses. Blame you.
You look hot with glasses, Vasily.
Not really.
I imagine they're like really way too small for you.
Yes, they're like the little teeny little itty bitty little lenses. They're like just big enough. They look like they're like the size of contact lenses with like the horrible wire frame.
Yep, you got this like giant metal armor all on you, and then just these little glasses you pull out from under it.
Yes.
I love it. You want me to get this one?
I got it.
Okay.
One sleep later, I've done it. I crept into one of the compounds and slit the throat of one of the little buggers. Obviously an important one from his dress. He probably wasn't the leader, but maybe he was a witch doctor or something. When I escaped that compound, I thought I saw a kobold following me. I don't know why, but his very presence worried me. I thought he was some sort of fiend at first. Such he was menacing. The menace was radiating from him. When I turned again, he was gone. Periodically, I thought I saw him on my way into his hiding place, but he couldn't possibly be that fast. I think I'm safe now, free from any retribution the kobolds could bring to bear on me. I've figured out their system, and I am SAF. I'm safe, probably.
Safe, yeah.
But it just like trails off. He gets shanked. I am sick. Kobold Rogue got him.
What does this have to do with Tazun, though? I wonder if the kobold could have been Tazun. Can dragons turn into things?
I have player knowledge, but I don't know if I have character knowledge of that. Would that be a religion?
Knowledge?
Dragons, I don't.
With the kobolds and their following of Quartelmac and the kobold lore. I know the kobold lore as a player, but I don't want to spit it before.
No, that's probably religion isn't going to tell you much about dragons.
For the kobolds, though, they followed Quartelmac, and Quartelmac was the first of the kobolds born from the dragon blood. When Io let the chromatic dragons be able to breed, they gave up their immortality to be able to breed. They had to cut their limb off, and the blood is where the kobolds came from. Quartelmac was the first, and he served them and helped Tiamat raise her horde. And when she cut him free, he became the god of the kobolds, and Garl Glittergold was the one that imprisoned him in the maze through trickery, which is why gnomes and fucking kobolds hate each other. And they view all dragons as demigods or deities. All kobolds do. according to the lore of 5e. Your lore in your world might be a little different.
Listen, guys.
Mhm.
Let's be real here. I'm not the smart one here. I'm the pretty one. Shu's the smart one. Somebody tell me how this lines up with the zoo. Why did we find this book? I really wonder if that kobold that was unnaturally fast to be able to keep up with him could have been Tazut, or a follower of Tazut, maybe. I don't know.
Did this book pop up with Tazunth or when we're looking at our weapons, just to make sure that...
With Tazunth. When you're looking for your weapons... Let's see if I've got...
But, like, was this page... Oh, you said it was Tazunth.
Yeah, Tazunth.
Okay. Then I think you're onto something of the kobold maybe being Tazunth. I don't know if dragons can shapeshift, but that's cool.
We also might need to track down some kobolds to get more information, potentially, as well, then.
Hell yes.
Like, I know we have some stuff to do, but this could be added to the list of, hey, maybe if we need, a new lead on finding out about Tazut, we could, see if there's
more fetch quests.
Yeah.
I can hear that conversation now. Dirty grubby biggers!
So, Black Razor is a dragon hunting sentient weapon that can speak, read, and understand common, and its purpose is to destroy red dragons. Black Razor feels a strange kinship to Wave and Whelm, two other weapons locked away in White Peak Mountain. It wants the three weapons to be united again and weld together in combat, even though it violently disagrees with Whelm and finds Wave tedious. Black Razor's hunger for dragons must be fed. If the sword goes too long without destroying a red dragon, a conflict between its wielder occurs before the next sunset.
The sword sounds like an asshole, guys.
It's its alignment.
One of you guys can read that one, actually.
There's no text on it at all that we can see.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's a good thing. So, let me read that. That's right. It's under GM notes. This is the legendary Trident Wave, and it requires attunement by a wielder that worships a god of the sea. And this is being held in White Peak Mountain. It is an exquisite weapon engraved with images of waves, shells, and sea creatures. Although you must worship a god of the sea to attune this weapon, Wave happily accepts new converts. This is a +3 attack, and if you score a critical hit with it, the target takes extra necrotic damage equal to half of its hit point maximum.
Jeez.
What the fuck?
It also lets you Aquaman.
Wow.
Okay.
Unless he homebrewed it, then in which case he will Aquaman abilities.
We know where it is.
So
we are ripping apart White Peak until we find these two weapons.
Well, we also heard mention of another weapon when we were looking into Black Razor. I wonder if we should also look for Whelm.
Yes.
Is there a book on Whelm?
Yes. And you find... These aren't really like a whole book on Wave, Whelm, and Black Razor. You're finding pieces of these here and there. So, This is a legendary warhammer that requires attunement by a dwarf. Whelm is a powerful warhammer forged by dwarf lost in the dungeons of White Peak Mountain. It gives you a +3 at dawn, the day after you first make an attack with Whelm. You develop a fear of being outdoors that persists as long as you remain attuned to the weapon.
Love this.
Causes you to have disadvantage on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks while you can see the daytime sky. Whelm can be thrown. Normal range 20 feet, long range 60 feet. Extra 1d8 bludgeoning when thrown, or 2d8 bludgeoning if the target is a giant, and it returns to your hand automatically.
It's Milnor.
You can strike the ground with Whelm and send a shockwave out from the point of impact. Each creature of your choice within 60 feet must succeed at a DC 15 Constitution save or become stunned for 1 minute.
Holy shit. That's amazing.
Read the supernatural awareness. That is redonkulous.
When you are holding the weapon, it alerts you to the location of any secret or concealed doors within 30 feet of you. In addition, you can use an action to cast Detect Evil or Locate Object from the weapon. Once you cast either spell, you can't cast it again from the weapon until the next dawn.
Oh.
And it is a dwarf that hates goblins. It hates giants.
If only we had a dwarf in our party.
I know.
It has an intelligence of 15, a wisdom of 12, and a charisma of 15. Hearing and vision at 120 feet. Telepathically communicates Dwarvish, Giant, and Goblin. It shouts battle cries in Dwarvish when used in combat.
That's hilarious.
Whoever wants to use it, we just kill them and keep reincarnating them until we roll dwarf. Oh, it works, right?
I like the way you think.
I like it.
Vasily would gladly do that.
Oh, that'd be fun.
He'd be like, let's go! Let's go!
God, what would that do to our alignments, just killing you over and over again?
We're doing it for good cause.
I claim first. I love you, Vasily, but I claim first. As in, I kill you first. You can have the weapon.
Yeah, I speak fluent Dwarven too, dude. Like in real life, it's horrible. I'm that much of a nerd.
Wow, that's probably more impressive than when people can speak fucking Klingon. Like, that is way more niche.
Is this all the book?
Well, a lot of the Dwarven language is based on Elven, and a lot of it is like modified like Gaelic terms.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's almost like Cockney, honestly. Like a Trastvala. It's like a formal greeting. It means to, like, you know, it literally, it means speak or to find your tongue. That's how they greet each other. It's not even like hello. It's just like speak.
Okay, so have we found all the books in the library that have to do with what we're searching?
No. There's more.
Oh, there's more. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yes.
Like 45 seconds.
I'm playing with my mic. I think I'm done now.
Okay, so this one you've heard before, but it bears repeating. So what I'm going to do is, this is coming from a few different books, and I'm going to take a quick bio break, and because I want to wait for Gayer to get back anyway, so I need a quick second. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
And back.
Thor just left.
Yeah, he
Mud.
had to go to the bathroom. He'll be back.
So, while he's gone, unless we get any other big news, what do you guys want to do?
We need to go talk to this the witch lady in the next town over.
Okay, that's priority 1.
Yep. And then we basically located we're in the right region. We just need to find the rest. We have 3 pieces of the map, so we got to find the rest and figure it out.
At some point, I do want to travel back to Keg, which we don't have to like RP that. We can just say like maybe at the end of one of our sessions, if you guys are cool with taking like a little time skip, and then we can just RP it in Discord. And then, so Wave, when you got that first vision, did you think it was in that city that we were in?
I had no idea. I tried to like speak to my god, Lyran or whatever, to figure out if I could find out where it was, but even they didn't have a connection to the weapon anymore. This is the first I actually.
So you've seen the weapon.
Only in the vision, but yes.
Could you scry on the weapon? I know that the background can be murky sometimes depending on your perception check, but it might give us a clue on where it's at.
Let me read scry.
As long as you're on the same plane of existence, it's not protected, and you have first-hand knowledge of what it appears, what it looks like. Yes, an object or a person.
You wouldn't be able to do it. Well, Black Razor we now have this picture of, so we might be able to do it with that as well.
Did you not get a vision of it when you...
I got a vision of it, but I can't cast Scry.
Right.
Well, as long... Okay, so Scry, the thing is things normally get a save against it. Objects... so basically, you can hear or see a particular creature. That's the problem with it. The thing is they are sentient, so that's a DM's call. It makes a wisdom saving throw if it knows that you're doing it. You know what I mean?
For sure. Which it probably would if they're reaching out to us.
Yeah, if the target knows that you're casting that spell, it can fail voluntarily. It doesn't get a save if the target, does have a wisdom save versus it. So...
Which they have stats. They have like wisdom, charisma, and intelligence.
Right.
Stats.
So that's a DM's call on that one. But normally it's a creature. Because the spell specifically reads a particular creature.
It says you can also do a location. Specifies look, but no objects. So damn.
Right.
That's it. Oh well.
Can you link it for me? Well, if it's considered a creature, then we might still be able to do it. So we'll just have to ask DM.
Don't know how to link.
It's all good. I'll pull it up on D&D Beyond.
Okay.
There you go.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yes, the legend of Carapatus.
Raptus? Crap.
Carapatus?
Is this better?
Caraptus.
Raptus.
Oh, wait a second.
Over a millennium ago.
Close that for a second.
Oh.
I screwed up.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Now, who would like to read?
I can. Well over a millennium ago, the wizard... how do you say it? Is it
Caraptus?
Rose to power in the valleys of the North Mountains. bringing the local warlords under his thumb with gruesome threats. Threats that were fulfilled just often enough to keep the leaders in line. Under Caraptus overlordship, Caraptus. The influx of I don't know that word.
Rapacious
monsters and raids from the wild mountains decreased markedly, dwindled, and then almost stopped. Seeing this, the populace did not put up much resistance to paying the wizards heavy taxes and tithes, especially when stories were circulated of what happened to those who default. Any nobles who protested disappeared in the night and were replaced by the next in line of succession, who was usually inclined to be more tractable than the previous lord. Gradually, as dissonance was stilled, the taxes and levies became even more burdensome, until eventually the wizard was taking a great piece of everything that was grown, made, or sold in the valleys, including the newborn young of livestock. Around this time, numerous reports arose in the land concerning sudden madness, demonic possessions, and sightings of apparitions and undead. Furthermore, monstrous incursions into the settled lands began to increase as raiding parties of humanoids assaulted villages, and evil and fantastic monsters appeared from nowhere to prey upon the harried peasants. At the height of this unrest, Caraptus's tax collectors came forth with word of a new levy. 1/3 of all newborn children were henceforth to be turned over to the wizard.
Yeah.
That edict turned out to be the tipping point, as the people rose up to overwhelm the wizard's lackeys and marched on his people, who were led by a powerful and good cleric and his ranger acolytes. They destroyed Caraptus's final guardians. The great wizard barely managed to escape, accompanied only by his personal bodyguard company of deranged and fanatical evil gnomes. Fucking evil gnomes. Caraptus fled to the cities of the south and west, but wherever he went, his reputation preceded him, and he was unable to stay anywhere for long. Once again moving north, he heard tales about haunted White-Plume Mountain. After investigating further, he at last found the refuge he was looking for, in the tangled maze of volcanic tunnels beneath the cone. He and his gnomes vanished into the shadow of the plume, and humankind heard no more of the evil wizard. That was almost 1,300 years ago before the present day. Now seemingly the hand of Caraptus is once again interfering in human affairs. If it is in truth the ancient wizard at work here, can he be thwarted before his power grows once more? What is his purpose in presenting this bizarre challenge to the world's heroes? There is only one way to find out.
We can just pretend that last paragraph was a discussion between.
Okay. So I wonder if this has to do with Tizum, or could he be Tizum? Or if this has to do with the weapons.
Yeah, what kind of book did we, what search did we find it?
You searched it looking for the weapons. And there's a second part to that, which is right here.
Maybe he forged them or something.
Not it.
Okay. Peak Mountain. Peak Mountain has always been a subject of superstitious awe to the neighboring villagers. People still travel many miles to gaze upon this natural wonder, though few will approach it closely, as it is reputed to be the haunt of the various demons of devils. Occasional disappearance of those who stray too close to the plume reinforces this belief. 1,300 years ago, the wizard Caraptus was searching for a suitable haven where he could indulge his eccentricities without fear of interference. He visited White Peak Mountain, getting closer than most dared to, and discovered the system of old lava tubes that riddle the cone and the underlying strata. With a little alteration, he thought, these would be perfect for his purposes. The area already had a bad reputation, and he could think of a few ways to make it worse. So he disappeared below White Peak Mountain and vanished from the knowledge of the surface world. Today, the once feared name of Caraptus is not widely known, even among the learned scholars. Or it was not widely known, that is, until several weeks ago, when 3 highly valued magic weapons named Wave, Whelm, and Black Razor disappeared from the vaults of their owners. Rewards were posted, servants hanged, even the sanctuary of the Thieves Guild was violated in the frantic search for the priceless arms. But not even a single clue was turned up until the weapon's former owners each received a copy of the following note. Search ye far, or search ye near, you'll find no trace of the 3, unless you follow instructions clear, for the weapons abide with me. North past forest, farm, and furrow, you must go to the feathered mound, and then down away from the sun you'll burrow. Forget life, forget light, forget sound. To rescue Wave, you must do battle with the beast in the boiling bubble. Crossed cavern vast, where chain links rattle, lies Whelm, past water spouts double. Whelm. Black Razor yet remains to be won, underneath inverted ziggurat. That garnered, think not that you're done, for now you'll find you are caught. I care not, former owners brave, what heroes you seek to hire. Mighty will make each one my slave, or send him to the fire. The notes were signed with the symbol of Caraptus. White Peak Mountain has tentatively been identified as the feathered mound of the poem. Former owners of Wave, Whelm, and Black Razor are outfitting a group of intrepid heroes to take up the challenge. The adventurers can rescue the weapons from this false Caraptus. Who can believe it's really the magician of legend after 1,300 years? The wealthy collectors have promised to grant them whatever they desire, if it is within their power to do so. I'm out of breath now.
Fucking riddles.
Okay, that was a lore dump.
That's cool though.
All right.
That was a you asked for it lore dump.
Cavern vast where chain links rattle, lies Whelm past the water spouts double. Does any of this stuff, like the boiling bubble or the chain links or the ziggurat, does any of that, since we've been here and exploring the area for a while, does any of that ring a bell to any of us?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
So, but this
under the
this mountain is reputed to have a massive steam plume coming out the top of it, which would be a geological side effect of a boiling lake inside of it.
Okay, well then, that's where we go for Wave. And then upside down ziggurat. A ziggurat's like a pyramid, right?
Yeah, stepped pyramid, yes.
And it's upside down.
It's probably all under the mountain.
I would assume so, yeah. Because it does say you have to, go in deep or whatever. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Okay, so we have a good idea on where to go for weapons, but we should probably keep looking for map pieces as well.
Yeah.
Now, is that all we found?
And a search for anything having to do with Black Razor, Whelm, or Wave. A search for anything having to do with Tazum. That is all you found.
Should we look for anything with Caraptus? Or...
I'm satisfied.
Yeah, I'm good.
So, DM, question we were talking about while you were away. Scry let you look upon a creature that would have a saving throw, so we were wondering if it would be possible to scry on the weapons.
I think it would, since they're sentient.
Oh.
They're intelligent weapons, so
They could make a save.
yeah, I have no idea how to do that, but we'll just pretend.
Well, if they have a wisdom, intelligence, or charisma score, you would just calculate the, if it's like a 17, then it plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
You just roll your d20 plus 3.
So do you have access to Scry now then?
Yep.
Yeah, we just need the components for it.
Lisa doesn't consume it, so we can keep it, but...
How much holy water would I be able to make?
I think it's the font. Just has to be worth 1,000 gold pieces, bro. We would just need the materials. I could fabricate something out of it. We just have to have the materials. Silver, gold, worth about the equivalent of 1,000 gold pieces to be able to. Jewels, gems, things like that. I think we have a ton of those laying around, actually.
We have plenty of money as well, so.
Yep.
Yeah, for scrying, it's a focus component of some type, like a crystal ball or a silver mirror.
Yeah, silver mirror, crystal font, a font filled with holy water, something like that. It just has to be worth at least 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh, and it's so like you're looking into the pool of holy water, and that's where you see the image.
Right. That's what I was saying. Like, we do have a tourmaline, spinel, jet, coral. We do have a bunch of just with some opals. There's a bunch of gems sitting around, and I could fabricate with smithing to make something like that, probably. It's just a big metal font that's got a mirrored bottom on it. Holy water is not a big deal. Both me and you can produce a fairly large sum of holy water in a 24-hour period.
For sure.
The holy water is negligible. I'm not really concerned about it. You can just fill a font with water and bless it, and you're fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because ceremony, it's just it takes 25 gold pieces worth of silver dust and it makes holy water. There's literally a spell that does that.
Yeah, I always thought that was what bless was for. But, whatever.
Yeah, it's a 3rd level spell called ceremony that's used for it. But yeah, just cast bless on it. I mean, that's fine. That's significantly cheaper, but you need holy water to cast bless.
Okay. Do we want to go ahead and scry and see if we can learn anything and then head out to the next town?
Yeah, let's just head to the next town and we'll prepare all that shit as we go.
Okay.
Yeah, you still need 1,000 gold piece font or a crystal ball worth 1,000 gold or a, some kind of vessel to deliver the image to your eyes.
Right. So we just need enough materials for it, and I can make it. So we'll just worry about that when we get back to Keg, because we're heading that way anyway. So let's go talk to the old lady in Bellamy, I believe. Am I correct? In the town name there?
It's not Bellamy. It's the next one north.
Yeah, I knew it was that way. Back towards where we came from.
Whitehill?
Yeah, Whitehill. Thank you. We were in Bellamy.
All right.
Words are hard.
Try again. English is my first language. Honest to goodness. The ride to White Hill is a nice, peaceful ride through some truly beautiful terrain. White Hill is a fair-sized farming village set near a small hill made out of some kind of white granite. Also near the village is a small swamp, and on the edge of the swamp is a small hut. According to Gregor's direction, this is where old Gertie lives. A knock on the hut's door is answered by a beautiful red-haired woman who appears to be in her early 30s. She gazes at the party with her green eyes and smiles and asks what she can do for you.
Where Shu takes over.
Here.
So she seems pretty friendly, right?
Mm-hmm.
We could show her the first piece of the map, I think.
Yeah, we have
Has
two
the thing
pieces
about
now?
the aiming. We've got 3 pieces now. There's a piece in the book. The 6th piece was in the book or whatever.
Oh, was that part of it?
Yeah, he linked us part of the map. Map section.
We already had map section 6, though.
Yeah. Either way, yeah. It says maps. 2 of them are labeled map section 6. Yeah.
We at least have 2 and 6.
I wanted to show her the one that said something about the amulet on the back of it.
Make an insight check.
Oh, me?
Everybody who was looking at the map sections.
Oh.
Silly knows nothing.
Say?
That was a really bad roll.
If you were looking at the map sections, make an insight check.
I'm frozen. Can't.
Yeah, I am too. It won't load any pages. I might have to refresh. Give me a sec.
Try refresh.
Yeah, it's like unresponsive. I'm gonna reload the whole thing.
Oh boy. Okay. I'll roll your
Loading back in right now.
insights. Sorry.
Oh,
Maybe I'll roll your insights. Mine's unresponsive too.
I think I'm back.
I'm starting to load up a map.
Okay, I got mine to choose.
Okay. So Gayer, open map section 6 and map section 6 and look at it.
Wait, both of them?
Yeah. Look at them side by side.
Okay.
Do you see anything that catches your attention?
Is this a trick question?
It
I
shouldn't
think
be.
I'm dumb.
It's tricky if you're I don't know. Overthinking it.
I don't see anything. I'm sorry. Player is dumb. Let me look at it for a sec, though.
What about you guys? Do you see anything if you open up map section 6 and map section 6 and look at them side by side? Oh dear.
Nope. Might be back.
I mean, my best estimate is that probably one is surface, the other one's subterranean.
Yes, you are right that one is surface and one is subterranean. They're also on different paper stocks in different styles with different colors.
Okay.
He's just being a dick.
So they're two different maps.
Yes.
One is a section of section 6 of one map, and the other one is a section 6 of another map.
So now we're looking for two maps. Aw, shit.
Bubbles' microphone sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
Oh shit, sorry. I tried to fix... Just go turn my heater off.
Yeah, you freeze. I thought you were trying to say that this map fit into the other map somehow. I'm like, what the fuck is he trying to say?
Sorry.
Just overthinking it.
Yeah, no, I was definitely still looking at it.
I'm trying to say they're two different maps.
Got it.
But anyway, so when you start talking about the amulet, she says, "Oh, you need Mother," and invites you into the hut.
Oh God.
Okay.
You quickly become aware that the hut is probably, as far as you can tell, much bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
We found the TARDIS, guys.
You can see several doors leading off into rooms that should not be there. The woman makes sure the party is seated and comfortable with drinks if you want them, food, whatever you need. And she goes and fetches her mother. After a bit, she opens one of the doors, and a few minutes later, an elderly woman comes hobbling out. She slowly makes her way over to the party and gives you a slow, appraising look. The more perceptive members of the party notice several discrepancies about this crone. First of all, her green eyes are clear of any sign of age or senility. And also, her pose looks assumed. Her hands are not gnarled by the ravages of age. And her hair, while white, is still full and luxurious. The old woman gives you a look for a few moments and then says, "Yes, what can I do for you?"
We're looking for some clues and potentially a piece of the map. And I'll show her the map pieces we have. I was curious if you might be able to help us.
Do you want to give her the Gregor's letter of introduction that he gave you to take to her?
Yes.
So she splits the wax seal open and takes a look at the letter with a quick glance. It doesn't appear that she even read it. She says, "Linnell, here's a letter from that husband of yours," she says as she hands Gregor's letter to the younger woman. Linnell moves off through one of the doors to read her letter in private. Gertie sits down with the party, and many of the crone mannerisms drop away quickly. So what did my wandering son-in-law, tell you I might do for you good people? And she's looking over the maps and such.
Oh, I forget. I didn't write this down. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I don't remember why we were sent to this woman.
Oh, because she has a amulet of dragon protection.
Oh, okay.
Mainly.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I was out for a couple weeks because I had COVID and I was just dead and not. That's why I was so quiet for a couple weeks.
No, it's fine. I forgot to write it down because I do remember having the conversation with the guy. Well, dear lady, rumor has it that you have a amulet that may be able to protect us from the, big, ugly, fire-breathing lizard who lives there.
Lives in Dragon Mountain.
Correct.
Dragon Mountain. The Vanishing Mountain, some call it. Yes, it is time, isn't it? You know that the Dragon Mountain only appears once every 20 years.
We have heard rumors of this in our travels, and we have done a bit of study into it.
Yes, that is true. And here it is now. It's a dangerous place, this mountain. And you want to go there.
I have been to more dangerous places. It will be okay.
Gertie gives the party a hard appraising stare.
We
Well,
want to rid.
Maybe, just maybe you have a chance.
We want to rid the lands here of this foul creature that has been preying upon it for so many years. We hope that this map can help us do that. And potentially this amulet you might have.
Good. Already you've proved your heart. There was a nearby Hydra's lair. It had a sword and a ring that made its way to me. The sword and the ring are yours, and I feel you are worthy, so if you have any wounds, let Linnell attend to your medical needs. And I shall fetch the Hydra's sword and the ring and the amulet.
We thank you so much. Is there anything we can do for you?
You should bear that blade you've been talking about, I think. Yes, you would make a good match, and she should bear the trident. With those, you would have a chance.
Do you know anything about where they might be?
I know that the Dragon's Mountain's appearance here is too strong of a coincidence to have come at the time when the artifacts that can destroy her have resurfaced.
So you think they might be in the mountain itself?
I wouldn't know that. Maybe. That would probably be the most beneficial place for her. But I don't think her mountain just happened to appear when the weapons that can destroy her resurfaced. Um, and the mountain you're looking for, the Dragon Mountain, is um, very hard to find, and I apologize that I don't know where it is. I am sorry. But I do have information that will help you find it and survive it. There was once a great hero. Her name is not important, but she thought to conquer Dragon Mountain single-handedly. A laudable goal, but a doomed one. To aid her in this endeavor, she had this amulet constructed, and she hands it to you. This is an amulet of dragon warding, a powerful device designed to protect from the attacks of a dragon. The hero who once bore this never made it to the mountain. She fell before she came to that place. The bandits that took the amulet from her were subsequently slain by the once good ranger lord of Bellamy.
Would that be Cavius?
That would be Cavius. And being allied with my son-in-law, the amulet made its way to me by way of my son-in-law, by way of Lord Cavius. If you think you have what it takes, you should bear this amulet. The one among you who will take to the front line should probably wear this. And that sword and that ring that I mentioned.
So she gives us the amulet and the sword and the ring?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and the sword has to be generated. Let's find out what it is. Type weapon.
And I'll tell her what happened with Cavius, so that she knows he was under a spell and that we broke it. He is trying to right everything that has gone wrong.
Oh, she sounds very impressed by that. The sword is a scimitar of speed. And the ring, I don't know yet. The ring is a ring of protection.
I already have one of those, so Vasily, all yours, or if one of the squishier people wants
give it to one of the squishies, bud.
Yeah, Vasily has a crazy high armor class.
My AC can spike as high as 25, and if I would have taken the Unearthed Arcana variant, I could have gotten as high as 30. So, give it to somebody else. It's good.
And if no one wants it, I guess I could take it.
Yeah, give it to one of the squishiers. It's not that I don't want it, it's just I already have a ridiculously high armor class, so...
Yeah. I'm just like last priority for that since I have beast shape.
Now, remember, the Dragon Mountain is only on our plane of existence for a limited time.
Oh.
It is believed that it's only going to be here for another month.
Oh shit.
Didn't you want to stop at the keep for something? How long was that going to be?
We might put that off. We have enough. It's only been a month since we left, and we left enough supplies for 3 months at least.
Okay.
And that's if it wasn't making any money on its own. So we'll put that off.
Try to go to the mountain sooner.
You still don't actually know where it is.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we can try to scry on the weapons. We can focus on finding the weapons.
I think that I can make 1,000 gold piece bowl if I can come up with 45 more platinum coins. I could probably make a pure platinum bowl from it. As a scrying sensor.
Let's see.
Because I have 65 platinum on me, I need like 45 more. Or 35 more. If the DM will allow me to use Fabricate to create that.
I have 83 platinum, so I can give you the 45.
35, sorry. My math was stupid.
I can give you 35.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I know that Old Cud has at least one more map piece. He may have more than one. He's an old fart that runs essentially a junk shop not too far from here. Old Cud is a crazy man, but he was once great, so please be gentle with him. She seems to have some fondness in her voice for them. And near this village, not too far from here, there is a village known as Shell's Head. And that is to the east of here.
Okay.
So, in Shell's Head, you will find Old Cud, and I think he might have at least one more map for you. One more map piece, maybe more.
Okay. You've given us so much. Is there anything we can do for you?
She kind of looks around and says, "Kill that bitch," and spits on the ground and stomps on it.
Hell yeah. I'll bring you a fang or a scale myself.
I would be most pleased.
Alright, so should we go find Cud?
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
Do you want the scimitar bubbles?
Sure. And question, is it feasible for me to turn into a really fast creature that can fly and like fly around the mountains and try to find that plume of smoke? Or is it just way too big of an area to do?
What's in your available list of creatures that you can turn into?
Anything to CR3? I was kind of looking through them, but my internet's really fucking slow right now.
Here,
the fastest I've found so far is 60 foot.
East. CR.
Quick question. The amulet, what is that? Is that in the compendium?
I'm not sure. That might not be in the compendium. So let me check on that real quick. So, and she is marking Shell's Head on your map for you.
She could do Giant Eagle. That's 80 feet fly speed, 160
Giant Eagle will give you, gosh, what's the fly speed again?
80 feet.
How long can she be
Good
a Giant
eyes.
Eagle?
So it's half
3
her
hours?
level rounded up in hours, times 2.
5 hours.
So her level, 10 or 9. So yeah, so 10 hours she could maintain that wild shape, because it's literally, as she dropped out, she could just bonus action and turn back into a Giant Eagle.
Oh, that's what you mean times 2.
Yeah, because and then if you took a short rest, you know what I mean, you get those wild shapes back. So a long time.
Yeah.
Almost 24 full hours if she want. She could hold it for 20 hours.
Okay, so 80 feet is 12 miles an hour top speed. So...
Yeah, if she was dashing, though, she could do 160. But you get disadvantage on your perception checks moving that fast.
Yeah, doing that long is going to impose some
exhaustion. Right.
And you probably don't want that. So if it's 12 miles an hour and you've got 10 hours, then you've got a potential...
Oh, that's only for a minute. I was going to see if I could taste her.
12 miles an hour.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
If it lasted for like an hour or something.
So you could go as far as... So that's about your radius on a day's worth of that.
Okay.
Would we have any idea where the plume is at in this mountain range already?
No, you haven't seen it, and you're technically not even sure that it's really true that there is a plume coming out of it. It is a little weird that you've never seen it, but also it is an interdimensional mountain that moves around. So it could be that it's, maybe it is possible that you've never actually found it.
Yeah, there's a list of literally every possible wild shape.
So, and haste will... haste
it's only for a minute.
Yeah, it's only for a minute. So it's like, it's not really going to increase it significantly. So...
And then the target can't move afterwards either, so that could be tragic.
And this is your, this is your average radius. Like, if you wanted to just... Because you get 120 miles at that rate. So if you wanted to just, go 120 miles, then you've got something like a range like that, and then you stop there and pick it up the next day or whatever.
Shit. That's a long way.
Yeah.
Honestly,
so, but this radius is if you sort of want to kind of do a patrol, kind of a holding pattern near the party where you're looking around.
So I know this is a horrible idea, but we could send Vasily on the giant... Was it an eagle or an owl or what was it?
Eagle.
Giant Eagle. That's the fastest one that I could think of right off the top of my head.
We could send both of them to go kind of just scout while Shu and I go to the next town to meet Cud. Send the smooth talkers to talk to Cud and the 2 perceptive ones to go see if they just see it. Or we can stay together, either way.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm down.
Alright, we'll do that.
I mean, you're going to have to keep an eye on my gear, because she's not going to be able to carry me and all my gear, but...
Yeah, that's fine.
Wonder, can you go closer to the ground and cast some sort of those searchy spells? My mind is blanking.
You can't cast while you're in wild shape, but I could technically. Yeah.
Exactly.
And if you're just saying that bless is good enough to bless to make the holy water, then
in my mind it is. I kind of thought that's what bless was for. I mean, other things too, but that's one of the things bless is for in my mind.
Okay, that works for me. In which case, I'll use that platinum he gave me to make a bowl.
Okay. I think they put it that way because there's some kind of abusable loophole in there somewhere, I'm guessing.
There is, because if you had any knowledge of where the big bad, if you ran into the big bad or something, you would steady just be able, if you didn't have the material, you could just keep an eye on him the whole campaign. As long as you had a 5th level spell slot, you could just keep an eye on him the whole time. So like once per day, you could check in for like 10 minutes and see what the big bad's doing.
I was going to say, the other thing here is not only could you scribe for the weapons, we could scribe for Tazun.
That's what that what I was. That was my thoughts on that.
So, but they get a saving throw every time you try to do it. So.
Only if they know you're casting it.
Aren't dragons like really extra magic-y?
Yeah, well, if it's got blindside at all, it can see the sensor. Yeah, if it's got any type of thing that allows it to true seeing, which dragons are.
Yeah, it's just an invisible sensor, right?
They can see it. They know they're being spied on if they can see it.
If they perceive it, what if you put the sensor behind it?
It's got to be. It's 10 feet. It's always within 10 feet of it.
Just keep it right in its blind spot, right above its horns. I'm just kidding. So, what do we want to start with? Do we want to scry? Do we want to split up and go do our tasks real quick?
Yeah, well, we can head out and do just a patrol while you're heading to the next town. I think that sounds reasonable.
Okay, I don't have anything over 100. I guess it wasn't that big.
Yeah, either way, though, that's still really good. I'm just saying you can be an effective tank. If the need arises.
If I go down, be ready to wild shape into some shit.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Well, I can hold the line for a few rounds, you know what I mean? But
for sure.
I would not be, as a cleric, I would not be effective as the main tank of the party if that's what it boiled down to.
We've got like a bunch of half tank, half healers. DPS.
Well, I'm a support build, so I mean I have DPS, but I have a couple of spells. You know what I mean? It's not like I have a fuck ton of spells that are super high damaging. I just have attrition spells. I can't burst like you can. I couldn't burst like a Sork can. I definitely can't burst like a Warlock can. Either way, so we head out to do our thing. I'm gonna have to leave the majority of my gear with the party though, because I don't think she can carry me all in full plate, carrying all my shit.
What's the strength of the giant eagle?
Don't know.
Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. Giant eagle, crab, crocodile, frog, hyena.
It's not on dungeon. What
there
the
it
hell?
is. 16.
She might be able to carry you then. With all of your stuff.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, come on. How can a giant eagle not carry a rider? How can a giant eagle not carry a rider that's at least human-sized or smaller?
I just know rules. Like I said, DM can change anything you want. Rules is written, you can't fly when you're encumbered. That's why our Aarakocras and Owlkins and stuff that have a natural flying speed and Asimars, they can't fly if they're in even medium armor.
Yeah.
So, like I said, that's a DM's call.
So this amulet is kind of useless for me. It's only good if you're not wearing armor. Because it's bracers of defense, which is no armor, no shield. I'm not far from being immune to fear and making the party immune to fear, if not already have it. Hang on.
Ring of Spell Turning.
That's the only one that I thought could be interesting.
Immune to Dragon Fear is really nice too, because Frightful Presence.
Well, that's what I was saying. Soon I'll be able to put off a thing where you can't be feared.
Okay. Well, either way, we're going to go do our scouting thing, and you guys can head to the next town.
It would be perfect for Aurora, being honest. But do any of us not wear armor?
No, even Aurora's in half plate.
Oh, that's true. But the bracers of defense might make up for that with the +2, and then go back to unarmored defense. But that's a moot point.
Yeah. Well, we'll just hold on to it for right now.
For sure. You want to throw the Dragon Amulet in the party loop?
Yeah, I'll put it on the party loop.
Sweet. Yeah, literally next level I get Aura of Courage.
Why don't you guys who are scouting make a perception check? Or use your passive perception if it's better than your check.
Okay.
And you would have to use the eagle stat.
Yeah. Looking for it.
24.
The perception god, so.
An eagle. Passive is 14. 20 plus 4. Or natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Neither of you spot any kind of steam plume coming out of a mountain. But you do spot what appears to be a kobold camp.
Oh? Okay. So we'll land a little distance away from the kobold camp. And how do you feel about being polymorphed into a kobold and going undercover?
I don't speak their language.
Right.
Unless they speak Dwarvish or Common, that's not going to work out real well. Otherwise, let's go.
Oh. Okay. So, remembering that kobolds don't speak Common, I will probably not land yet. Don't know.
Well, you land up on the hillside so we can get a better recon.
Okay. Yep. They're so close by.
Well, it looks like there is a lot of coming and going. And eventually you do notice that there are also some undead wandering the area that you found.
Okay. So there seems to be like undead in the encampment, or just in the surrounding area.
Both.
Okay.
So they kind of have a radius. Be something like.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what those undead are. Crit fail.
Gosh darn it! I hate it when you do that. You're trying to select the stupid drawing, and it just is like, nope. I'm going to select the map. I'm selecting the map behind it. I don't care. So that's about the area of influence of the critters in the camp.
Okay.
I'll put that in the object layer so I can select it more easily. It looks like there's a lot of kobolds.
Yeah, I don't know much. Vasily doesn't know much about the little buggers, I would assume. What about Bubbles? You know anything about kobolds?
Unless it's nature, probably not. What would I even roll for that?
DM?
I would think Arcana.
Hey!
Oh, hot damn.
One of them good rolls today. A crit fail everything in combat. That'd be great.
So, kobolds are about as intelligent as humans most of the time, and they will adapt to their surroundings. The kobolds are probably able to do things like set up ambushes and direct mindless undead and listen for command words and try to steal your magic items and use them against you and stuff like that.
Okay. They're like child-sized, or am I thinking of?
They're tiny.
Yeah, they're pretty
little
small.
Guys. They're smaller than goblins. So.
Oh, okay. Well, they're like dog-sized. Like, okay.
Yeah, and dangerous little fucks.
Yeah, they like to hogpile.
Mm-hmm.
And try to pin you down.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get them all in one spot. I'll AoE them.
Fireball.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast Fireball.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this will be promising, but we should get the rest of the party before we head here.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else to do here.
With as fast as you guys are, you'll probably still beat us to the next place. But Shu and I are going to go to Shell's... What was it?
I know, it's under... Yeah, Shell's Head.
The road to Shelb's Head is marred only once when the party is forced to make camp on the road due to the lack of roadhouses and villages in the immediate area. The watch person hears an ominous flapping noise coming from above. Looking up, the watch person sees the form of a great ringed dragon circling the camp. They are going to...
Oh shit.
Let's go! Get beat up by a dragon. Let's go!
The beast hovers out of bow and spell range just long enough for the party to awaken and get armed. And at that point, it flies off.
Bitch.
I think everybody's
We're ready.
roll
Okay,
20 is going real slow, but
Could we recognize if it was Tizoon?
make a perception check.
I'm good at these. Oh shit, crit.
I don't know who drew all that.
That was from several sessions ago.
Yeah.
Definitely not me.
Hey, someone just deleted me.
Oh, sorry.
It was the dragon, hopefully. We get deleted by the dragon.
I can't.
You got your
there
ass
it goes.
deleted.
Yeah. Control Alt Delete TPK. Everybody ready for the TPK? Let's get this TPK started.
And make a wisdom save. If I ever manage to get this sheet loaded, I'll roll the dragon fear.
So all of us.
Someone put on the amulet, did they?
You all get
Nobody did.
+5.
Yeah.
As long as you're within 10 feet, which I assume you would be.
Okay.
Holy crap, they're gayer.
So that's a 21 for Shu, a 30 for me, 22 for Bubbles, and a 20 for Vasily. We ain't scared of shit.
Jeez. This character sheet is just sitting on the Roll20 loading logo. It won't do anything.
Yeah, that's always fun.
And all three of us have really high wisdom saves. Poor Shu.
I think those should pass anyway. So, as the party stands there watching the great dragon fly away, 2 wyverns bound in to the camp from either side. They carry no treasure, and there is no explanation as to why they attack or where they came from.
Quick question. Did my perception check, which was a crit, tell me if that was Tizoon?
That was Tizoon.
Sweet.
I'm going to try a...
Oof.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to try a refresh.
Get Shu in there. Yeah, there you go.
So I'm going to try this one more time. And... okay, that's an interesting outcome.
Fuck is that?
Okay, well, the character
Oh
sheet's
god,
loading.
run. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to fuck with it.
So you're trying to tell me these are medium creatures?
Oh,
Wyverns? Yeah.
No, they're not.
They have to be large.
They can be whatever size you want them to be, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a character sheet.
Isn't there a shrink and large spell?
I know they're large.
Jeez, this thing is effed in the A today. There we go. Hey, it came to life. Hey, and it's large, too. Okay. Did you guys get the other? Yep, you did. Okay. Vasily goes first.
Okay. What kind of terrain are we on here?
It's...
You know what?
Go ahead.
Won't worry about it. I will literally just reach in my coin purse and chuck a handful of silver coins in the air.
Whoa. Keep that kind of thing to yourself.
Yep, making it rain. And I will animate 10 of those.
Nice.
Okay. So those are small objects. They have AC 20. 18 plus 8 hit points. So 26 hit, 26 hit points. And they do 1d4 damage each. Their movement speed is flying. They have a 30-foot flying speed and can hover. So I need 10 animated objects, please.
That's fucking hilarious.
Shit, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I cannot move them, DM. Either way, I will have them circle the party. Ready attacks. And that is my bonus action. Just to command them to.
Alrighty.
Ah!
Plus 26 to hit. The fuck, really?
$15 misses.
He failed to hit you.
Barely.
Go ahead, Bubbles.
Well, I...
Okay.
Okay.
Do you get something with the coins?
Yeah, I had just readied the attacks for when it moved in range. It looks like they have a AC of 20 and a 18 plus 8 to hit. So, or no. Yeah, they have a +8 to hit. So that's what, 3 of them that are in range of him?
Okay, so that is 2 hits. That's
Each one does
hits. 3 hits.
Yep.
They all hit.
Okay, so 3d4 plus 12. Okay, I'll take yours. It's the same either way.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, the 3 little coins. Whap, whap, whap.
So yeah, I'm not gonna cast anything. I'm gonna turn into an Ankylosaurus. I'm going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Dragon attacked me. So 7 hail attack. I can go to the right spot. Yeah, that at least wasn't a crit fail. Oh, that's me.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm only huge.
Everybody get out the way. Yeah, that's huge.
Oh. Oh, large then, right. Yeah. Alright, guys, if I'm stepping on your toes.
You good. Be that giant bundle of hit points.
Yes.
Oh.
Why do I roll nat ones when I place you?
I don't know, that was only your bonus action. So you can still whack the thing.
Oh,
I tried to hit it, I
that.
missed.
Ah.
Yeah, rolled a 10.
Why is she always blowing himself up, man? Really needs to watch with that Eldritch Blast. I see him on his pockets more often casting that shit than any other spell in the game.
True. Sorry, I'm just trying to go quick since I'm controlling too.
I think he'll come and bug Vasily.
Okay.
And that's not going to really bother Vasily too much, so it is Gayer's turn.
Yep, I already used my reaction, so yep.
Oh, hi.
I go here. And I cast
Booga booga.
Oh.
that is a 30-foot cone, which I believe should hit both.
Each creature. That's your whole team too, buddy.
Okay. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Don't like you right now.
To have a very scared dinosaur just trampling this field.
Let's not do that. I thought I could choose which ones. Okay, instead, I'll stay where I'm at and use Conquering Presence. This one I do get to choose.
Nice.
So the 2 dragons, 17. Ooh. So which one was afraid of me then?
The one that just breathed pink fire.
That one, okay. I will move in that case. Can I be in these coin squares at all or no?
I think it's fine, right?
Yeah, they're hovering.
Yeah, and they're tiny, so it's just a coin.
Yeah, they're literally tiny little. It's the size of a coin.
Okay, well, I'm going to go here. It's underneath the Wyvern. The coin's kind of on top of me.
Well, I'll move them. We'll move them
Perfect.
next turn so you can see. Because it's
All
my
right,
bonus
so
action.
that was
directly.
Conquering Presence, and then I will use my Shield of Faith on Shoot as a bonus action. And that'll end my turn.
Okay. That takes us over to Vasily.
Okay, 5 coins on him. 5 coins on him as a bonus action. Just kind of circle them up around there. As my bonus action, I can direct them.
They're +8, you said, right?
Yeah, +8 to hit on all of them.
Okay, that's 4 hits on him.
Okay, so 44 plus 16.
And the other guy, 3 hits.
So 3d4 plus 12.
No, wait. The other guy is 4 hits.
Okay, same thing. 4. So the first one, so they're both, you can just roll it all at once. It's 44 plus 16 on both of them. I'm just trying to speed it up. I don't want to clog up combat.
Oh, it's fine. I'm not too concerned about it.
Okay.
It's nothing compared to pen and paper. Pen and paper has always been a little sluggish.
Yeah, it's just with summon stuff. I still have my action, buddy.
Yeah,
That's
go
a bonus
ahead.
action to control them. Then the one that is directly in front of me, why did all of my shit duplicate?
What happened?
All of my spells, macros are duplicated on my character sheet. I'm trying to find the Toll the Dead that I put on there, and it doesn't look like it's showing up. So I'm just going to Toll the Dead him. I'll just link it and then just roll it manually, and then fix my character sheet on the next turn.
What the fuck? And that is a Wisdom save or 1d8 damage.
Nope. And I'm going to stack my smite on that.
So that's 24 damage total.
Yep.
Is it this one?
And yeah, the one right in front of me.
Okay.
And now I'm going to clean up my character sheet, so don't mind me.
That's weird.
Yeah, it duplicated all of the macros for all my shit, and for some reason my Toll the Dead that I had on there has vanished. I think it does that sometimes when you level up, so...
This Wyvern just sees the Zoom standing right in front of it.
This guy is going to sting Lord Bubbles and not have a whole lot of effect.
I was going to say it's disadvantage, but also falls prone. Because technically it rolled in that one.
Does that mean...
And by the way, since it fell prone, its movement speed is 0 as long as it's afraid of me and within 10 feet. It can't stand up. Also, it gets to make a saving throw at the end of its turn, though.
Okay. I'll still attack it.
At 20?
So that's just double the hit dice, right? But not the hit die or the attack bonus or whatever. Something.
Double the dice.
Okay, cool. So, d6 plus 4. Sure. And I still haven't taken damage, so no further action.
So that was
He's
32 damage on him.
And he'll have to.
He's
or he can
already
make
prone,
a
right?
wisdom saving throw to see if he's not feared anymore. He passes.
Okay, I believe it's Shoe's turn then, right?
Yep. He's gonna stand up and dust himself off. He's gonna do the thing.
Eldritch
And
Blast.
that'll have hex damage on it as well. Do both of those hit?
Yep.
7 and 11, so 18, and then he's gonna quicken his Eldritch Blast and cast it again.
Oh, and you're casting against this guy, right?
It'll be the one that's hex, so the one that's this one.
Okay.
And so there's 2 more. Let me get the hex for that.
Now the hex will kill it, no matter what you roll.
Oh, cool. Well, there it is anyways.
Here's a sting for Vasily.
Okay. Oh, he actually fucking hit me.
Oh, shit.
Make
Okay.
a Constitution save.
Okay.
And you made it.
Beats. Good. Okay, so I take what, half as much? So 23. Let's knock down 22. So 25 total. I took.
Yes.
Oh no,
Yes.
the first
No.
one was the one that hit. So
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, duh.
either
So times
11,
11,
19. Okay, yeah, that it matters. So 19, half of 19. Nope. So it's a DC 10 Constitution to maintain concentration, and I have advantage on that due to Warcaster. So yeah.
You're
That
fine
was a
anyway.
wisdom save. But
Oh, sorry. Whoops.
Oh, that was a wisdom save.
12. I still made it.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And I took. Okay.
Oh, and it also attacks with its bite, so it's going to try to do a bite. But
Clang.
That will not hit. So, Gayer, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna flank. I crit it. So that's 8 plus 18, 26 damage on the first one. So 18 of it is fire, if that matters.
Not really.
And then the next one's flank. And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Vasily. You can do it.
Bonus action. All coins on him. If I have enough 10, do I have 10s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can get 8 of them to surround him in the situation we're in. So 8d20 plus 8.
I like to imagine you just pull all the coins into you, Vasily, and then just thrust them forward.
Shotgun. That's exactly what's going on. So, oh wait, no, I can get them all on there. Nice.
Yeah, seems like you should be able to, I would think.
Okay. So let's just do it like this. R10d20. Whoops. Come on, thing. /R10d20. All these have +8 to them. One of them crits. One of them crit fails.
One of your coins falls prone.
Okay, so that is...
There were some low rolls in there, bud.
Yeah, well, there's an 11, a 12, and 11. I think all of those missed. The 11, 12, and the crit fail all miss. So 4 of those missed.
Yeah, so 6 hit.
Because of 15 hit, so 6. So
6d6 plus 24?
Yes. No, it's d4s.
Oh, 6d4 plus 24.
6d4 plus 24.
Oh, boy.
Jeez. These guys did not know what was coming.
Okay, that kills him.
That's a fun spell.
And waves his hands as the coins all stack up in his hand. He ends concentration and puts them back in his bag.
I just saw this.
Vasily gets the distinct feeling that he has been poisoned.
I got you.
Oh, lesser restoration.
Yeah, that works too.
Or you can. Or you. Oh, well, then touch me, so I don't have to use a spell slot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I need 20 hit points back, please.
I heal him, 20 hit points, and spend the other 5 neutralizing one poison affecting him.
Okay. The poison effect that is currently coursing through Vasily's veins is resisting the lay on hands and the restoration.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh.
Do we try a greater? Can we try a greater?
I don't have the diamond for it.
Oh, right.
Can I do a medicine check and see if I can figure out what it would take?
And can we take some of that poison? That seems like good stuff.
Yeah, I do a nature check, possibly.
I'm gonna die.
More.
I'm in danger.
These wyverns were not carrying a normal poison in their sacks.
Okay.
It is some kind of very potent. It's pretty vicious.
Can I try to harvest some?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna need a real quick bio break. I'll be right back.
Go for it.
Well, Vasily, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah, yeah.
What if you get like cool powers? It's like a Spider-Man effect.
No, I'm gonna die so you can reincarnate me and hopefully come back as a dwarf.
Yes.
What race are you? Are you a gnome?
No, he's a human.
I thought you were a dwarf.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so check this out. For all intents and purposes, the culture that he comes from, they were a theocracy. They are xenophobic. They are gnarly. Okay. The country that he grew up in is a theocracy, and they all worship Tirasi, the goddess of war.
Ooh.
Young men are literally forced into servitude in mercenary armies underneath the machinations of different warlords who call themselves governors. When he got old enough, he had earned enough money that he set his family up and split. And since he was a mercenary, he spent, he's an older guy too. You know what I mean? Vasily's 51 years old in game. He's an old guy. For a human that's, fairly old considering the time you live in. You know what I mean? He spent the majority of his youth working as a mercenary, doing caravan guard stuff, working as, bouncers at inns just to make ends meet as he traveled. And he met a dwarf, and what he saw him do was absolutely amazing. And he basically was his mentor. and he worships a dwarven god. He follows dwarven creeds. He even dresses like a dwarf for, the way that he looks, even the way he braids his beard and everything. But he's a human, and he very much reveres their culture because the life that he had before, he was a cutthroat. He was a merc. He wasn't a good guy, and this guy kind of shifted his way in life. Like, he still loves his family. He made sure his family was set up, and but he's done some dirty shit, and he follows this dwarven god, and he's very devout to that tradition because they are such a neutral religion, because he was so used to this huge oppressive religion, and now he got into a religion that's not like your standard, we're going to set up temples, and we're going to preach the word of our God, blah, blah, blah. Clerics of Pi, for them, hard work and their deed, that everything that happens in life is to test your mettle, because Pi, his god Pygi, in the lore of Thor's world, or Pi is how it's pronounced, he's neutral among the gods. He helped to forge the worlds. He helped to forge, life, everything, underneath the direct oversight of She, or Z, I believe is how he pronounces it, is the big god. So he helped make the entire universe. He forged the whole universe, but he doesn't directly interact with the world in the way that the other gods do. Like, you have despair coming down, or and spreading famine and sorrow in the world, and you have people like Tirasine who's pushing mortals to commit acts of war. Pi's just like, make stuff, make a better world. That's all he wants from you. You know what I mean? So to him, he's like, that's awesome. And so for all intents and purposes, like, he follows their doctrines, but he's not a dwarf. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he speaks Dwarven fluently. He looks like a dwarf. He acts like a dwarf. He dresses like a dwarf, but he's a human.
No wonder I thought he was a dwarf.
Yeah. No, he is a human.
Dwarf's back.
And I did that because the rules for the Dwarven clerics, the Dwarven, you're ridiculous. It's so strong. Like, at certain levels, when you forge weapons, they're just automatically +1. When you forge armor, it's automatically +1.
Nice.
You're automatically proficient in any weapon that you craft.
That's actually really cool. And
so, with all of the min-maxing that I do normally anyway, I always make a point to kind of hold my character back just a little bit when I make I make sure they have a flaw. They have something that I don't...
Makes them interesting.
Well, it makes them interesting, and it makes them not outshine the rest of the party. You know what I mean?
Bitch.
So...
Gayer, his shine don't stop.
Right. But that's not always fun for everybody to have this one person in the party who not only knows the rules, knows the lore, knows all of this, but then they have a character that's just like godlike in every situation.
I know. Not everybody can be Gayer. I get it.
Right.
Chat was cool as you, Gayer.
That just annoys other people.
I was cool as Gayer.
I am fading kind of fast here. I was, if I could, I'm gonna expedite the last encounter here, and then we're gonna call it a night a tad early, if you don't mind.
Yeah, man, all good.
So
yeah, that's fine.
You arrive in Shell's Head, and the village is a small and sometimes prosperous farming village. Old Cud's antique shop is easily found at one end of the village. The shop is crowded with discarded bits of junk that only a madman would consider valuable. Broken weapons, old carriage wheels, rusted horseshoes. Old Cud himself stands behind the counter. I'm getting heartburn.
No.
Good timing. He appears to be an old man. He probably is in his 70s. He has white hair where there is hair. cloudy brown eyes, and he looks old and feeble. He looks up in surprise when this party enters and says, "What? What do you want?"
What was the name of the last person we talked to?
Gertie.
A woman?
Gertie.
Gertie? Cud. Gertie sent us here, saying that you might be able to help us on a quest of ours.
What quest?
Well, we're seeking the Dragon Mountain. We have some pieces of a map, and we're hoping to slay Tazun. Sorry.
He stops paying attention to you about mid-sentence on that one, and he's now looking at Vasily. He's like, "Oh, you got the fever."
Yeah, you could say that. It's the cure more cowbell.
You need the shard. You need the shard to cure you.
What is the shard?
What is the shard you speak of?
The shard of writing. The shard of writing can cure the affliction you have.
Do you know where we can find it?
Well, he gives you a map of another piece of the map, and he says, "I might have more, but I'm not sure if I'll find it right away. But you need to go find the shard because the poison that's going through your veins right now is going to sap your strength and constitution, and every day until you fall dead from it."
Lovely.
Oh, shit. Do you know where we would start looking for this shard?
I got poisoned. Don't worry about it. My wife goes, huh? Where would we start looking for this shard?
He seems to have a moment of maybe senility, or you get the feeling that maybe he has dementia, and he kind of forgets what you're talking about, and he looks in his hand and realizes he has a piece of the map, and he says, "Oh, here," and he hands you a piece of the map. And he is going to try to figure out where the shard is, but it's not going to happen right away. Like, he is well, first off, he's a stage 3 hoarder. Hey, you found my fireball template. No, cone of fire. There you go. Yeah, I made a bunch of new ones. So
if you have a that you can make that's
create bonfire, fire shield.
Ooh.
Gas trap. The gas trap's not new. Ring of fire. Cool. And here's sleep.
Do you have a 30-foot cone for my fear?
Yeah, I think.
Sorry to get off track.
Well, this is a 60-foot cone. You could always size it down to half. Boom, 30-foot cone.
Toasty thermaturgy.
Toasty thermaturgy. I think, was that one of the subscription sets? Or was
yeah, I recognize the template because I use it myself.
Yep.
I would have blasted you all with fear. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, that's why I was like, are you sure you want to do that?
I kind of wanted to do it anyway since it was my first time casting it and be like, oops.
I like these. I don't really like the square callouts very much. I kind of like it more organic, but it's not a big deal though. Just an aesthetic choice, you know. So anyway, I'm going to cut it there, and we'll get into more detail about Cud next week.
Okay.
I'm in danger.
I'm in
Yep.
danger.
Vasily, you have a week to think about how you're going to die.
I have more than that. Depends on how much it sucks for me every day.
No, I mean a week, as in we play again in a week.
Oh, yeah. I'm probably going to die. Or I'll be useless, either way.
It's fine.
I
It's all
have
part of the
a
plan.
pretty good constitution, so
We're
see.
bringing you back as a dwarf.
Okay.
What's the worst thing you could become? An elf?
Hobgoblin.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you would hate elves because, you're a dwarf.
Dwarfs don't hate elves in Caesarea. In fact,
yeah.
they have a truce pact and they're buddies.
Dwarves in the Dwarven Empire don't hate elves in the Dwarven Empire. I should say. There's no guarantee that all the dwarves on the planet don't hate any of the elves on the planet.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, this is true. No, Vasily's he's a neutral good guy, man. There's not anybody he really hates. He's like, I don't do you wrong if you don't do me wrong. You know what I mean? He's a pretty good guy. No, even that, like, he tried to go rescue the person, he gets shot again, and he didn't even kill it. He just shoved her off the edge and let somebody else handle it. That blood's not on my hands.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
We're fighting the dude that was murking us. What's the first thing you do? He runs in and casts remove curse on him instead of,
he's a good
attacking
enough guy
him.
that he is not gonna.
You're the real paladin of the group.
Not gonna just go straight to blasting every time.
No, going straight to blasting every time isn't always necessarily the best call all the time either, though. So
I love all the sparkles on the map right now.